Think you know Cleopatra? A queen, a lover, a political mastermind. History has painted Cleopatra in many shades, some seductive, others ruthless, but the truth is far more fascinating than myth. This is not just the story of a beautiful woman. This is the story of one of the most intelligent and ambitious rulers in the ancient world. Think you know Cleopatra? Subscribe to support us. Cleopatra VII was the last active pharaoh of Egypt, but she wasn't ethnically Egyptian. She belonged to the Ptolemaic Dynasty, a Greek family that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. Unlike her predecessors, Cleopatra embraced the Egyptian language and customs. She was the first in her line to speak Egyptian fluently, setting herself apart from the Greek-speaking rulers before her. This was no accident. Cleopatra knew that ruling Egypt meant becoming part of it, culturally, linguistically, spiritually. She ascended to the throne at the age of 18, ruling alongside her 10-year-old brother, Ptolemy XIII, whom she was required to marry. But this uneasy alliance quickly spiraled into rivalry. A power struggle erupted, and Cleopatra was forced into exile. But she didn't stay gone for long. Julius Caesar arrived in Egypt in pursuit of his rival Pompey, only to find himself caught in the Egyptian civil war. Cleopatra saw an opportunity. According to legend, she had herself smuggled into Caesar's palace, rolled inside a carpet or linen sack. When it was unrolled, the young queen emerged, charming and persuasive. That moment marked the beginning of one of history's most controversial relationships. With Caesar's military support, Cleopatra returned to power. Her brother drowned in the Nile under mysterious circumstances, and she became the sole ruler, later co-ruling with another younger brother, and eventually with her son Caesarion. She and Caesar had a child together, though Rome never officially acknowledged him. Cleopatra visited Rome, where she lived in a villa outside the city with Caesar. Her presence shocked many Roman elites. A foreign queen with a divine status, living openly with their dictator? It was a scandal that helped fuel Caesar's growing list of enemies. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Cleopatra returned to Egypt. But her ties to Rome weren't over. A new power emerged, Mark Antony, one of Caesar's closest allies and now part of a fragile Roman triumvirate. Cleopatra summoned him to Egypt. Or perhaps he summoned her. Either way, sparks flew. Their alliance was both romantic and strategic. Together they held immense power in the eastern Mediterranean. Cleopatra gave birth to 3 of Antony's children, and their partnership grew stronger with each year. But not everyone approved. In Rome, Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and Antony's rival, launched a vicious propaganda campaign. He painted Cleopatra as a foreign temptress who had seduced Antony and turned him against Rome. Their love story became a political weapon. War was inevitable. In 31 BC, Antony and Cleopatra's forces clashed with Octavian's fleet at the Battle of Actium. It was a decisive defeat. The couple retreated to Egypt, where their dreams of empire crumbled. In the final chapter of her life, Cleopatra faced impossible choices. Antony, hearing a false report of her death, took his own life. When Cleopatra discovered his body, she locked herself in her mausoleum. Days later, she followed him in death. Ancient sources claim she used a venomous asp, hidden in a basket of figs. Others suggest poison. The truth remains a mystery. Cleopatra was just 39 years old when she died. Her kingdom was absorbed into the Roman Empire. Her son, Caesarion, was executed. Her legacy, however, was only beginning. For centuries, Cleopatra has lived in the shadows of male historians, written as a seductress, a danger, a distraction. But the real Cleopatra was a linguist, a diplomat, a strategist. She led a nation through famine, political upheaval, and war. She negotiated with Rome's most powerful men and carved out her own place in history. She was not a victim of her times. She shaped them. So the next time someone mentions Cleopatra, don't just picture the eyeliner and the snake. Picture the queen, the politician, the survivor. Think you know Cleopatra? Subscribe to support us.